कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं, इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Hello and welcome to this special segment wherein we pick a special fantasy 11 for your fantasy Akhada for the Women's T20 Challenge's opening match between Supernovas and Trailblazers. The two teams played the final last year and here they are back with the opening game of the 2022 season as well. So I have two really good, knowledgeable people with me to pick this Fantasy 11. One is Akanksha, Kohli, welcome to the show, and Marina, Iqbal as well, welcome to the show. And today they will help me pick a Fantasy 11 for you. So, firstly, how excited are you guys for this tournament?
I'm really excited because finally we get to see women's in action after the World Cup, and this is an IPL. So I think it's going to be a great contest between all the three teams.
Marina, how much have you been looking at the Indian team and their performances in the recent past?
Very regularly actually, and I was excited waiting since World Cup then when this tournament will start, and it was about time that it becomes a regular feature in global women tournament like these. We need more of them, but really excited to see all these players coming along and playing.
So let's start and let's get right into it. So first we have to pick a wicket keeper, and I'm guessing you guys have picked Richa Ghosh over Tanya Bhatia in this category. So I'll start with Akanksha. Any special reasons why you have picked her?
So Richa, for one main reason is that she's a more aggressive batter than Tanya. I mean, though Tanya I think plays up the order in the domestic. But I think again she might play middle order in the lineup that the Supernovas really have at the moment. But I think compared to Tanya, I think Richa is a more aggressive batter, and we've seen that she's capable of hitting big sixes. So I think she would be a better bet for me.
She also had a terrific knock the last time Women's T20 Challenge happened in Dubai. So that's one more thing to look out for. Let's move on to the batters. You guys have picked three batters, and we'll start with the dashing West Indian batter, Leander Dottin. Marina, you have seen her a lot, you have followed her a lot, and in the recent World Cup also she showed what she can do. Any specific reason why you would go with her?
Yeah, and I've played against her a lot, so I mean she is a 360-degree player. You know what value she can bring whenever she comes on field with the bat, with the ball, and you don't have to talk about her fielding because she took one of the best catches in the World Cup recently. We've seen that that sort of character she has. I think it's a booster for every team to have her. With her hitting ability, once she gets going, she's literally unstoppable. I mean, it doesn't matter how long the boundary is, she can hit and clear it with ease. So you need that sort of spice obviously in a T20 game.
Easily, she's one of the best all-rounders of the world currently in the T20 format. She can be destructive, but there's another one who can be really destructive, and she's Smriti Mandhana. I mean, is there any Fantasy 11 where you won't pick her? I think that would be my question. Akanksha, I don't know we can add anything more to it or not, but few thoughts on her.
Well, I think the whole world knows what kind of a batter she is. She's proved time and again that she is one of the most destructive openers that India has ever had, and she just keeps getting better year after year. And I think she's definitely she would be in probably anybody's Fantasy 11, and I hope she does well this IPL, and also that she's leading. So I guess I'm sure she'll enjoy the captaincy as well.
One more player that people will obviously look out for is one of closest mates of Smriti herself, Jamima Rodrik. She was out of the World Cup squad. She's had her fair share of trouble in the last 6 months, but an excellent player, Marina. And again, when it comes to T20 cricket, you have to have her in your team.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've got my eyes on her since she put on the Indian blazer. We all know that what her potential is, yet she needs to be a bit more mature, and you have to give some edge because she's quite young. But the type of cricket, the type of aggression, and technique and tactical things she brings to the middle, I think she's a one to watch. And whenever she's in the zone, you can see her controlling her game, controlling her innings, and it's again hard to stop her. So I'm really looking forward for her to score.
The last time she played a T20 tournament where we could see her live was back in the WBBL. But there's one more person who just rocked the WBBL last time, and that is Harmanpreet Kaur. So we have included her in the all-rounder category, both of you. Again, Akanksha, quite an obvious pick. Harmanpreet Kaur, she brings a lot of things to the table, but again, she will be a crucial player.
Yeah, definitely. I think she has been a crucial player for India for a while. But one thing that has been something to worry about is her consistency. She hasn't been consistently scoring for India after that 2017 World Cup. And I think probably IPL could be a platform for her to get back on track. I mean, yes, she scored in WBPL, but I think a lot of everybody would be wanting her to score at Indian soils as well. So I think she would be looking forward for the IPL and waiting to score in Pune.
One person who lit up the last time we had Women's T20 Challenge was Sunay Lees as well, South Africa's stand-in captain during the World Cup. Marina, you watched her closely, you reviewed her closely, analyzed her game. What is that one skill do you think that she can give more to her team? Is it the batting or is it the bowling?
Well, I think her batting is sorted. We've seen that in the World Cup as well, but she can be really lethal and she's been underrating herself with the ball. I think with the change of pace she can have, the amount of turns she can have, especially on these wickets in Pune, I think she should be pushing herself with the ball as well, and that can also be game changer for her and as well as for her team.
We did see when South Africa played that Dane van Niekerk uses her as one of the key bowlers. But when it comes to her own captaincy, she doesn't use herself that much. But one player that has been used as an all-rounder properly by the Indian team is Pooja Vastrakar, and you got to pick her. She is the X factor, isn't she, Akanksha?
Absolutely. I think just recently concluded domestic games, we played T20 against MP and she was obviously there. I think she's one of the hardest hitter in the Indian cricket at the moment. I think it's very difficult to especially field at covers for a player like Pooja. She really whacks the ball hard, and we've seen in the World Cup that over the years, with the exposure and opportunities that she's been given, she's done well with the ball and the bat. I think she is one of the key all-rounders that we have at the moment, and I think she's a really good pick. She's a really good pick to have in the Fan 11.
She's obviously a really good pick. But let's move to the bowlers. And we've picked 4 bowlers in this category. And the pitch in Pune might actually give a little bit to the bowling units more than the batting unit. So let's start with you, Marina. We have picked Sophie Eccleston. Again, one more pick that I don't think anybody needs to justify. But she has been so good in the last few months. What makes her so special, Marina?
Well, she's been really consistent. We've seen that in the World Cup and other tournaments as well. I think she's learned the art to, restrain the batters as well as read the situation. She has got immense control over her bowling, and actually how she alters the line and length, that actually gives her edge. And I think it will be a delight for a captain to have her, and utilizing her on the right moments, that will be crucial in this tournament.
Moving on from one left-arm spinner to another, Rajeshwari Gaikwad. Again, she has been such a pivotal part of the Indian team and the Indian setup in all formats. It would be harsh to not include her in this fantasy 11. Rajeshwari Gaikwad, what do you think makes Rajeshwari a really good option, Akanksha?
See, even though she's a left-arm spinner, but she is a slightly different bowler than Sophie Eccleston is. Sophie kind of really varies pace up in the air, but Raja is a little bit more quicker in terms of Sophie. So I think that's the kind of variation and the balance that she brings into the side. And we've seen in playing for India for so many years that she has been a key wicket taker, and she's consistently been playing in the 11 and also done well in the World Cup. She is a go-to bowler for most of the captains when they need wickets. So she is a wicket-taking bowler, and I think she's again a good pick for this fantasy 11.
The next pick that I want to talk to, and I'll go straight to Marina for this because you kind of told me that you have to include her. Maanshi Joshi. We don't know whether she will be part of the 11, but you really rate her, and she's a terrific bowler. So tell us, what have you noticed that really makes you like her so much as a bowler?
I've been following her for a while now, and I think she hasn't yet delivered to her potential. But the way she bowls, the way she takes on the role, I think I really like that about her, being younger at the time. But whenever I've seen her with ball, she's so focused, and she has delivered for India. Obviously, she hasn't got the chances consistently, but these sort of bowlers need to be backed. And I think with a pacer like Maanshi, the team can usually and would go to utilize her more often. I like the way she bowls. I like with the intention she has, and also the pace. So I think she's a very good prospect. I have rated her very high, always have, and I hope that she delivers and utilizes this platform to show her true potential.
So the last pick, we have kept Alana King, the Australian leg spinner, who has been so impressive in the last 6-7 months. She's done everything. I mean, won a World Cup, made her debut and all. Akanksha, we have seen her enough now, but it's time that India sees Alana and how she turns the ball on the Indian pitches. How excited are you to see her?
Actually, that is a pretty crucial thing to see how she actually does well in Indian pitches, because Indian pitches are known to kind of help the spinners compared to overseas. Isn't that much, but if she's done well there, I'm sure she would do a good job here. I think she's a really good prospect to have, not just with the bowling but also the fielding she does. And she's a pretty bubbly character on the field. Like, she's always pretty excited and always ready to, that you would kind of need that vibe sometimes when you're playing in the team. So I think, yeah, she's a great bowler, we all know, but I think it'll be good to see her how she can bowl in the Indian soil.
So that's the fantasy 11 that our experts have picked, but you guys have one more job, is to pick a captain and a vice captain. I'll go to Marina first. Who's your captain and who's your vice captain, Marina?
Well, look, for T20s, I think I have to back Harman. I like her character. She's aggressive. She likes to, take on the challenge and stand in front of the opposition. So I've seen her doing the captaincy. I know what sort of character she has. Again, she loves to lead from the front. So it has to be Harman as a captain for me.
And vice captain, Marina?
Obviously, I would go with... I would like to see Richa Ghosh in that sort of, role, because again, she is proactive. She's a really good keeper. She reads the situation well. So I would like her to develop into that sort of role. So I'll pick Richa.
So we have a captain and a vice captain from Marina. Akanksha, do you have a different name for me here?
I do. Actually, I'm banking on Sophie this time. I think I'd want a bowler to be a captain for a change than a batter, and I'll probably have Smriti as my vice captain. I don't know, maybe a gamble for both, but I'm sure they are big names and they've done really well in the past, and I think they can definitely make their team win. So these two are the captain.
There are definitely some great players, and we've got all of them lined up. Whether it's a gamble or not, we'll find out in the next few hours. Till then, for all the fans out there, you guys can also make your 11s, fantasy 11s on Fantasy Akhada. It's Fantasy Sports का real Akhada. Till then, see you.
मारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है। अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे। इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फौरन कैसे जाएंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।